for some NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter David Aldridge. We've got the visiting team and the Wildcats. And so here are the Wildcats. Now the starting group for the visitors. Duncan is out there with Tracy McGrady. Then there's Davis. Then there's Yao. T the pass to A-Train. 5 to shoot. Here's Montgomery. Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Lamb. And here's the fast break. Bounce pass, Smith. Pass to Davis. 11 feet away. The shot, no good. Here's A-Train to the middle. It's deflected. It's stolen by Davis. About 1 minute into the first quarter.
And Francis, he's an athletic point guard, plays with tremendous confidence, and really knows how to motivate his teammates.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. He's off on the first. Good on the second free throw. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Here's A-Train, covered by Lamb. Tipped away. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Poked away. Now Smith. Duncan outside. Clock at 6. He kicks it to Lamb. Here's Davis. That's short off the rim. And so here are the Wildcats. Here's A-Train. The pass to T. Montgomery, covered by Lamb. Here's Richards. An easy 2 points on the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Pass to Duncan. To the paint. And there's Tracy McGrady, the assist from Duncan.
Yeah, McGrady inside is confident, using his outstanding length to get the shot he wants and to get it off.
Passes it to Richards. Here's T. That one a little long. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, and Big Red gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Duncan outside. 5 on the clock. The three. They get it back to the wing right side. Drops in the tray.
Yeah, and you got to respect the size McGrady has. Easily seen over the defense there to spot the open man.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. T, the pass to Q. Pass to T. Lets it go from deep. With the clock winding down. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
They get the rebound. No good with the layup.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
Now the pass to A-Train. From deep three-point range, here's Richards. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
It's his first trip to the line. And the first one at the line is good. That one misses. And here's Smith. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Out to Duncan. Pulls it up. No good that time. And the Wildcats the other way now.
Well, in that one, they just locked it down defensively, challenged shots, and really protected the rim.
Well, I tell you what, I think you got to really appreciate the grit, getting dirty, staying engaged. That's really what defense is all about.
The natural, he's checked in for Jay. Outside, Davis to the inside. That's good, and so Duncan with the assist.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter, just served him up.
Here's T. That's good from 17 feet away.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
Clock at 4. Steps back and shoots. No good off the front iron. And so here are the Wildcats. Rebounded by Lamb.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Duncan misses.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how.
Beyond the arc. The shot is good. It's his second bucket in 5 tries.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
T's gone 1 of 2, shooting from 3. Outside, Davis. Four on the shot clock. Here's Duncan. Lamb trying to free himself up. Davis dishes to Duncan. That one doesn't drop. And the Wildcats the other way now.
So hard, actually impossible to cut into the lead when you have a guy struggling this badly.
And he knocks down the first one. So for the Wildcats, Brooks checked in for Q, and Jay subbed in for T. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
Now here's Duncan. That one off the back iron and out.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
Now here's Brooks. Shane Battier unable to get his shot to go in. Brooks, the pass to Richards. Got a piece of it, and it's out of bounds to the Wildcats. Here's Jay. And so here are the Wildcats. 6-point lead.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Without question, Big Red displaying his skills today.
And he's just attacking the rim with force here. They need to try and deny him the ball in the paint to keep him away from the basket.
Big Red's gone 4 for 5 from the floor tonight. Just 1 miss. Duncan with it. Six on the shot clock. Right wing. Can they get it? That shot misses. And gets the other way now. Richards passes to A-Train. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Wildcats.
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
Carl Landry's checked in for Steve Novak. And that one misses.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear they're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Misses the free throw. coming up empty, missing both. Now here's Brooks. D right on him. Rebounded by Lamb. Lamb's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Duncan surveying the D. Out to the right wing. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Duncan. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Passes to the natural. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Carl Landry. And the first one drops. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And trailing here in the early going, too many careless fouls, and they're giving up a lot of trips to the line.
Yeah, not only the trips to the line are a concern, but the foul trouble also. You've got to play defense with your feet and do so without fouling.
Now here's Duncan. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Here's Big Red. Powered down with both hands.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Here's Duncan. Duncan outside. Back to Duncan. Brooks covering to stop the run. It's blocked. And it ends up out of bounds. They'll keep possession. Seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's A-Train. On deep. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the home team sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. So far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And looking at what we've seen from the Wildcats so far, what do you guys think?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
We've got Big Red, Jay out there with A-Train. Then it's Brooks, and it's the natural in at the 4. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. They've got Duncan. Duncan is out there with Tracy McGrady, and it's Smith and Giddens.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
6 to shoot. Here's Duncan. Got a hand on it, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off his shot before second violation. Jay's checked in for Big Red. And so here are the Wildcats. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. Brooks against Duncan. From down low. Brooks the pass to the natural. And he gets it to go.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Now here's Duncan. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Here's Giddens. It's deflected. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Pass to the natural. Inside. And no good. Some solid defense there from Lamb. Here's Smith. That's good, and so Duncan with the assist. Duncan's got 3 assists tonight.
And Yao Ming's a handful when he's this deep. I mean, virtually impossible to guard. You can't let him get this kind of positioning. Easier said than done, though.
Montgomery, his first attempt of the game, finds the target. Jay's got his first points of the night. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Duncan, and Duncan throws it down hard.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Now here's Brooks. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Here's Duncan. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And Battier is the full package pro. A knockdown 3-ball specialist who also gets it done by working hard on the defensive end, too.
And he can't get the first one. Well, take us inside the halftime locker room in the NBA.
Well, players typically just regroup individually. There may be some conversation between the players as a group, but then the coaches will huddle, evaluate what transpired in the first half, what adjustments need to be made, and then they'll communicate that to the team. And it's basically a time to rest and regroup for the players to adjust and strategize for the coaches.
Clark, you think there's any videotape review in there, maybe showing players certain sets, certain schemes?
In this day and age, for sure, with the use of iPads and technology. If you go back to my time, there was no quick turnaround of video in the halftime locker room.
Right. I do know officials do that, too, in their locker room at halftime. And the ball goes out of bounds. It's turned over.
Boy, that looked like a failure to communicate. You hate unforced errors.
Now, here is Smith. Makes it off the glass.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Q, covered by Smith. There's the pass to the natural. Unloads. Offensive rebound. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Jay's got 4 points now in the quarter.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Now here's Duncan. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Wildcats on Wednesday.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
Q passes to Montgomery. There's the lob to the hoop.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through.
And that's an alley-oop that'll be loop to loop all day long on the highlight reel.
Duncan high post. Pass to Davis. Shot clock at 6. Duncan outside. Three-pointer. That one's not going to go. Nice D from Brooks. On up the court. Smith with some nice D. Brooks has gone 1 of 3 on the night. Here's Giddens. off target at the rim. This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing.
Brooks outside. Passes it to Montgomery. Hugh covered by Duncan. Rebound by Yao Ming. 3-on-3. Nice D from Brooks.
He's been ice cold tonight. And, you know, you look at the scoreboard, guys, they really could have used his contribution.
Here's Q. That's in. He found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive stop.
Yeah, you know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is. That's a tough shot.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
Big Red's checked in for the Natural. The visitors with the ball. Kicks to Davis. Six on the shot clock. They could use a bucket. And Steve Novak gets the 3.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off. So why not?
Brooks outside. Rebounded by Dikembe Mutombo. Brooks has gone 1 of 4 so far. Back to Davis. The shot will not fall. And the Wildcats the other way now. Here's Richards. Rebound by Yao.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, embarrassing. He just lost his concentration for a split second. That's all it took.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official.
For Davis. And both free throws good for Davis. And so here are the Wildcats. The lead is 15. Pass to T. He kicks to Brooks. Clock at 6. And there's the pass to T. For 3. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got his 5th rebound in this one. Dishes it to Smith. Here's Giddens. It's good. The assist that time from Smith.
Can't allow Mutombo to get this deep. I mean, once you do, he's going to score it with ease.
Hugh covered by Smith. Brooks outside. To end the cold streak, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Jay shoved in for Brooks. 1:58 left to play in the first half. Now Davis. He's got 5. Second chance shot. It's tipped. Davis has gone 1 of 6 shooting from the field. Jay the pass to Q. Here's Big Red, and we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
You too.
And so here are the Wildcats. Q is guarded by Davis. Just 5 to shoot. .109 left in the first half of basketball. Buries it down low. He has 5.
He's one of the best in the league at that. Even with just a tiny sliver, he always seems to find a way to get it up and in.
Passes it to Montgomery. Q passes to Jay. To stop the Trout. It's blocked. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Lamb. A-Train is checked in for Q. Here's A-Train. Rebounded by Lamb. Lamb's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Davis. Off the mark, get a chance to trim it to single digits.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target. And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on it.
Here is Davis. He has 5. It's up a 3. And so it's the home team sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. And what a show being put on here for the home. Looking at the Wildcats. Kenny, what do you think?
Well, they killed it on the glass. And they did it with high-level fundamentals. Blocking out, maintaining position, and going up strong to the basket. If they board like that in the second half, this league will continue to grow.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the visiting team. And that's all we have for now.
Wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. It's been one outstanding game from Big Red.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
Yeah, he's got that locked-in look in his eyes tonight, and he's not going to start taking it easy. I think he's going to be going hard until that final whistle blows.
A-Train is out there with T. Then it's Q. Then there's Big Red. And it's Montgomery in at the 4. On the clock. Baseline J on the way.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
And you know what? That tells the story in a lot of games, guys. And here you go. It's telling the story tonight, too.
We've got Tracy McGrady. Smith is out there with Carl Landry. Then it's Shane Battier. And it's Davis at the 5. Duncan outside. Out to Smith. Fires from deep. You can't get that one to fall. And the Wildcats the other way now. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. A-Train, the pass to T. Here's Q. Buries the long-range jumper. Q's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Wildcats. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Smith kicks to Duncan. Looking to end his cold spell. It's tipped.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
Here's A-Train. Pass to Richards. It's stolen by Smith. Here's the break. And he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant 1 there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on it.
Greg, I agree. He better be on his best behavior from now on. One more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here. That free throw, no good.
And Ming, boy, I tell you, this guy is so big. He's a dominant force who also has a touch that belies his size. This guy is a real force at both ends.
He hits the second from the line. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to fall.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
And can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Duncan outside. Off with the layup.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know. Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Over to the wing. Kept alive. Lamb. And they convert it last on attempt number 3.
Not much resistance from the defense. Easy play that time for him.
T, the pass to Richards. Great T that time from Davis.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
That one misses. The natural is checked in for Jay. That one is no good. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. A-Train, the pass to Richards. T, covered by Duncan. 6 to shoot. Fires from 14. Good on the bucket. 10 points for T.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
Yeah, and you know, that is some shaky and shoddy defensive work. They got to tighten it up.
Without question, Big Red displaying his skills today.
Boy, he's been killing them all night, and the defense looks like it's practically packed it in.
Wildcats making a switch here. Brooks checked in. And here's Duncan. It's tipped. And they're pushing it up the floor. The big dunk at the end of the break.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Smith dishes to Davis. And the dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
Down low, Lamb, the layup off target. Here are the Wildcats. They're on a 13-3 run. Yep, it counts. A-Train's got his second basket of the night.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently. And trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
Duncan left side. Shot clock at 6. Smith for 3. No good on that one. And the Wildcats the other way now. Here's Richards. Doesn't go for him. Some solid defense there from Lamb. Brooks covering. Duncan outside. Feeds it to Lamb. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Wildcats.
They really haven't backed away from running and gunning at any point, but their legs still look fresh.
They've worked hard tonight at crashing the boards as well. They've had a bunch of second chance points.
Jay's checked in for Q. Free throw drops for Lamb.
Boy, McGrady, an elite talent. I mean, a remarkable athlete. Tremendous bounce and speed and strength, and he continues to get better.
Here's A-Train, covered by Smith. Davis with the double team. A-Train, the pass to Jay. From downtown, rebounded by Tracy McGrady. Guys, if they're going to make a run, no time like the present.
Yeah, and certainly we had to expect a better game than this. Been very ugly thus far.
Yeah, he's been hooping, but the rest of the team, not so much.
Here's Big Red. He's got 15. For the 3. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Well, we come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
To the paint. Here's Davis, and finished off by Davis.
Boy, really love the athleticism Francis has. Gets off the floor quickly to jam it home.
Here's A-Train, covered by Smith. Brooks feeling it out a bit. The pass to Richards. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Brooks. Brooks has got 3 assists in the game. Davis with it. He's got 7. Pass to Lamb. The dish to Smith. From deep 3-point range. No good. Shot missing.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check. Maybe a step out of his range.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. No good on that one. And he's good on the second. Here's Smith. He's got 8. Knocked away. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Wildcats.
Yeah, this is like another case of Murphy's Law right now, and it's been their own doing, really, just like we saw there.
And so here are the Wildcats. Pass to Richards. And it's Brooks in the corner. Takes the 3. Sinks the triple. Brooks has got 4 this quarter.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
Brooks against Davis. Smith on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. No good with the triple.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team. No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
So for the Wildcats, Jay comes in for Big Red, and T subbed in for Brooks. On the free throw, no good. They're having trouble stopping this run.
And the more trips they continue to come up empty, the more the pressure builds on them.
Davis surveying the floor. From the arc. And that one is off. And the Wildcats the other way now. Montgomery, the pass to A-Train. And he drops it in from the low post. A-Train's got 4 points in the quarter.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Outside, Davis. From the high post. Doesn't go that time.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
Bangs home the trifecta. T's got 13.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And, you know, that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
And so it's the home team. With a 34-point advantage heading into the break, the scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We'll return shortly. And now, to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Garbage man out there with Hill. Then there's Champ, and it's Cowboy, and it's Jay in at the 3, the small forward.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Kicks it to Duncan. Clark, you and I are amazed at how the global interest of the NBA has just gone through the roof. The league has made a lot of right moves, I think, in this area.
They sure have, Kevin. I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, the international reach through what coaches in this country have done in teaching the game and promoting the game. Not just coaches, but players as well. I think there's something about the game of basketball that just really transcends cultures. The pace of the game, the personality of the players, the creativity of the game, all of that lends itself to being so popular globally.
That one is off.
Well, I tell you what, Bobby Jackson gives his team a really nice spark, Kevin. He's a bona fide scorer who can knock it down from anywhere and plays with such energy. It's infectious and contagious.
So he comes up empty, missing both. Here are the Wildcats. Here's Cowboy. Here's Dixon. Drops it in from 11 feet. Garbage man's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Wildcats. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Duncan inside. Stripped away. And they're moving it up. Here's Jay. Dikembe Mutombo grabs the rebound.
And, you know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him. Trying to shut the door on this one.
Knocks it loose. He couldn't stay in bounds, and that's going to be a turnover. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Clark, a lot of fans ask us what qualifies as a legal screen versus a moving screen. They feel there's a lot of gray area there. What do you think?
Well, I think there is some gray area because the problem you have, one of the problems is a number of veterans out there have become really masters at getting a little extra into their screen, which borders on illegal and many times is. So the league is doing a pretty good job of clarifying. And if you're moving your lower or upper body to help a teammate with your screen, then that should be called. And most times it is called as illegal. A hip check, a shoulder, any of that to set a screen is illegal.
It's good.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
Pass to Duncan. Shot clock at 5. From deep. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Here's Cowboy. And the pass to Dixon. Passes it to Jay. Lets a floater go, and it's good on the way in. Jay's got 4 this quarter.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Duncan right side. And it's sent back by Hill. Pushing it up. Here's Saunders. Up and in on the layup. Saunders has got his first 2 points of the night.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Not many empty trips for this group. It seems everything's falling for them this half.
Clark, it feels like we're seeing more and more of this, but bench celebrations and reactions at both college and pro levels.
Yeah, you know what, Kevin? I think it's an outgrowth of the social media.
You're right. I agree.
I think there's no question, because anything that can be done that's creative and fun is going to find a life on social media and maybe go viral. And guys know that. They're aware. I mean, this generation has grown up with social media, so they understand that they could be seen beyond just the arena if they do something pretty clever.
And you and I are sitting over here watching. We're laughing as much as anybody else, aren't we?
Oh, I'm not denying that it's fun. I love seeing it, actually, but on occasion it does get a little carried away.
Duncan outside. Pocket 6 to the inside, and Duncan throws it down.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam, because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
Here's Giddens. And he overshot that one, missing.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Here's Saunders, covered by Duncan. Clark, when you think of athleticism specifically, talk about the changes athletically we've seen in the league, say, since the 80s.
It's dramatically different. I mean, there have been tremendous athletes through every decade of the league's existence, but it's gotten better with improved training and more knowledge about the anatomy of the body and how to enhance its performance. But now it seems like great athletes are, you know, a dime a dozen versus 8 to a dozen back in the 80s.
Here are the Wildcats. So far in the 4th quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Here's Dixon, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Dikembe Mutombo.
At the line, Dixon, taking 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. And he sinks the second. We've seen some ugly incidents last few years, Clark, between players and heckling fans. Can anything be done to fix it?
I think security in the arenas is important. Fans oftentimes that go across the line in interacting with players are usually fueled by alcohol. I don't know how you could control that element of it. The incidents are few and far between. We have seen a few more, but I still don't think it's an epidemic. But I think security, and then each team and each franchise should really be educational with its fans about what's acceptable behavior and what won't be tolerated.
And it's sent back by Hill. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Hill. Three on the clock. And it's Saunders with the rebound. And so here are the Wildcats. That's to Jay. Hill looking around. Knocked loose. Now here's Duncan. Inside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And Mutombo, a defensive force, a long, intelligent player who plays well on both ends of the floor.
Mark, should the NBA consider widening the court to even out the value of those corner threes?
You know, that wouldn't be a bad idea, Kevin. But I also like the fact that there's a deep three at the top and on the wing. And then you've got a little shorter three if you can get to that corner. Widening the lane to make that three more in line or symmetrical with the deep three at the top. I kind of like having a short corner three.
I agree with you. That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Here is Garbage Man. The pass to Cowboy. Here's Jay. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Jay's got 6 in the quarter. Jay's gotten 4 of his 9 shots to go. Duncan outside. Six on the shot clock. A minute 42 left in the 4th quarter. Here's Saunders. Passes it to Cowboy. Dikembe Mutombo grabs the rebound. Clark, the NBA gives out so many awards at the end of the season. Is there an award missing that you'd like to see?
You know what? I think they've got the bases covered really well with the number of awards they give out, Kevin. But I would like to perhaps see consideration given to a sophomore campaign award. That would be kind of cool because sometimes the rookie of the year, at least recently, it's been a little cloudy because a rookie had been in the league a year, Ben Simmons, case in point, and then was counted. It was actually technically his 2nd year, but his 1st year of playing. Well, a sophomore award might be something worth adding to the list.
That's a great idea. That free throw, no good. Steve Novak, he's checked in for Duncan. And the second free throw, good. And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
That's his 7th personal foul. At the line, Bobby Jackson. Taking 2 shots.
That free throw missing. Good on the second free throw.
Not nearly as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
Pass to Dixon. 26 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Goes back up. And, that was close. He draws the foul. He'll shoot two.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
He hits the second from the line. 20 seconds left to play in the final quarter. He lobs it up. 8 seconds left in the fourth quarter. So we see the Wildcats get the win here. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of the crowd that love every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home, no doubt helps. And the execution was flawless.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. So long.